Hey there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's time for another hop. I've been hopping all over the place lately, sharing some super cool things from different companies. And today we are talking about the Emergency Card Essentials die set number 1 and 2, designed by my friend Sara of Sassy's LLC. She designed these for Trinity Stamps to work in conjunction with her emergency card kits, which are amazing. So these dies are so much fun. There's like a pop-up in here. There's little faces, layering pieces, sentiment strips, embossed edges, little embellishment pieces, scallops, and like this frosting. I don't even know what to call it, but it's so cute. I'm going to use those dies, both dies, and I'm going to use these tiny mugs, both in the latest release from Trinity Stamps. Now, this is the emergency card kit that Sara made specifically to go with these dies. And if you see that little QR code there, you can find more of her sheets by clicking on that QR code once you print this out. And to get this printout, there's another QR code on the back of the dies when you buy them. So I've die cut one of them with the strip die that I'm going to use on my card today. Have a cup of cheer. And I'm going to take the dies and make a little face on my mug with that. I have backed my black paper with some rip and stick sheets to turn my cardstock into like a sticker. That way I can just stick these tiny pieces down onto my mug. I don't have to worry about like holding them with tweezers, trying to get a tiny drop of glue, getting it where I want, like none of that. Right? It was just really easy to lay the die down, press the pieces out. Okay, this is one of my favorite dies in the set, but I have several. Anyways, it's going to cut a card front panel that's a layering piece for an A2 size card, but it cuts it in a diagonal fashion. So the top part is from a previous die cut piece that I already made with this die set, and then I put the plaid on the bottom. I'm also going to use the scallop circle and one of the layering circles. Now, there are circle dies in here to cut out from her emergency card kits to cut out circle shaped sentiments. They fit them perfectly. So now you can see why these dies were designed to go with her kits, because you can cut out those sentiments and then you've got pieces to turn those into cards and make them cute. So I'm also bringing in this cut and foil set that says coffee in it. You can die cut out these beans and a coffee cup and the word coffee. I have those left over from playing with it. There's also a hot foil plate to do the coffee cup and the word coffee. But I'm going to die cut mine from some glossy black cardstock that Trinity carries, and then I'll mount that onto a shadow layer. I just thought it was really fun to go with this card and my cute little mug. So there's the shadow layer. I'm going to cut that from that same craft colored cardstock that I have at the top half of my card. And that just layers up so nicely. So we have coffee, have a cup of cheer, and I'm going to take these dies that create like little coffee beans, and I'm going to die cut them also from the craft colored cardstock, which I've backed with some rip and stick sheets to turn them into stickers. And I'm actually going to use those to create kind of a textured, dry embossed type look on the top half of my card. So it's going to have tone on tone colored cardstock, but it gives it that embossed look because of the cardstock being the same color. So I'm just going to place those all around. I totally flicked my die. Did you see that? But I did find it. So I just put it kind of all the way around the border because my coffee cup's going to go there in the middle and you won't really see the rest of it. All right, so now I'm going to come back to the die set here and get the scalloped border. I die cut that from that teal cardstock, and then I can have that go right under my strip sentiment. And I'm just gathering all the things I want to use, laying them out. And then once I know everything that I want, I can bring it in and glue everything together. So we're just layering up those two coffee pieces. Look how awesome that looks together. And then I'm laying that out where I think it's going to go so I can space out this cute little scallop and my have a cup of cheer sentiment, which goes perfect with my card. I love it. And I'll leave that to dry before I clip off the ends of those so it's flush with that paper. And then I can go ahead and glue down the word coffee. And then we need to stick this down to our card base. My card base is 11 inches by 4¼ inches, scored at 5½. And you can see I am getting that white border all the way around my card. So these pieces are layering pieces for your A2 size card. Then I am adding my 2 circles, the scallop circle there, and the black glossy paper I used again for the top layer. And that is where my coffee cup is going to go. So I'm going to pop that up with a little foam square. And then I want to add a tiny little embellishment. I am bringing in some black jelly hearts, and I just picked the biggest one, and that's the only one I decided to use. I wanted to keep it simple there. It is in some pictures kind of hard to see the heart, but it's there. It's there. So there it is. And then I wanted to do something fun on the inside of this card. We're going to take this piece right here and use it on the inside. We can just flip it around and it creates a layer on the inside as well. So what I'm actually going to do is turn this into a pocket where I can add a gift card. So this particular idea you might have seen in my last video. I used a hill on the inside of my card for a gift card pocket, which gave me the idea that I could take this piece and turn it into a pocket like I did. So I'm taking scraps of cardstock and gluing those on the edges. And then when I glue this to my card, I'm only going to put glue where those strips are. And that's going to raise it up off my card just a tiny little bit and give me some space to really add that gift card. So I'm just trying to be careful because it's fresh glue there. All right, so that is so cute. I love it. And now we're going to take this die right here, which is the die that creates a pop-up for the inside of the card. Now, normally you would do this on a card that is in the landscape fashion, not necessarily a tall skinny card. So I'm going to show you how I did this. And this is the die cut piece. You just fold all the pieces back. You put the scored line of the mechanism on the scored line of your card. Then shut it to make sure it lays flat. And then the largest octagon shape fits on there perfectly. And then you can decorate that with whatever you want. You can even put a gift card there. And there is a video that goes with this die set on the Trinity Stamps website. Right where you order it, you can see a video, and Sara explains all of that, how to add the gift card there if you want a gift card there. And it's a really good informative video and more details on the pop-up mechanism. Okay, so I have 2 more mugs to add to my little pop-up, and I'm going to put more faces on them. There's like 6, I think, different faces in this die set. So I'm using glossy cardstock on my little teal mug here, and there is like a little tongue that could go inside the mouth. I'm going to come back and add that in with white, because I'm going to make a white face for my checkered mug over there because the biggest part is black. So he couldn't have had a black face. So there's those little tiny pieces, and they stuck in the die. So I had to use my pokey tool, the end of my pickup tool that's pokey, to get them out, and then to also take the backing off. So I just hold it in my fingers and then kind of scrape the backing off, and then the piece that I want to stick down usually will stick to the pokey tool, and then I can lay it down. So it makes working with tiny pieces so, I don't know, easier. Easier is definitely the right word. I wouldn't say it's completely easy. I don't know, working with tiny pieces sometimes I just can't do it. But having the right tools has made it possible for me. Okay, so now we're going to add the coffee cups to our pop-up, and it's just like a fun little surprise on the inside of this card where we're taking elements from the outside and repeating them on the inside because, you know, it's just fun to have that on the inside. You might be able to see I scored my card wrong, and I just made a new score line there, but it worked out in the end. It kind of made me mess up my pop-up the first time I put it in because I accidentally lined it up with the wrong pop-up and I had to scoot that, but I'm keeping it. Sometimes I'm able to overlook some of my mistakes, and other times I can't handle it. Today was just like, okay, there's just an extra line on the inside, it'll be fine. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and these dies are so much fun. So if you want even more inspiration, we have a ton of designers showcasing these dies, as well as a handful of guests who are amazing. So check out the playlist linked for you below and see all the videos. There's also a form you can fill out to be entered into our $25 giveaway for Trinity Stamps. Okay, I will see you all again very soon with a new video. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy stamping! Bye!